David Dunn is a professor of international politics at the University of Birmingham. He says Trump is once again being an advocate for Russian interest.
What we see is what people often say about Trump is that he repeats the last person who he has spoken to. Certainly, he doesn't seem to have a clear idea of what his strategic principles and goals are, and he does seem to be buffeted by events. Just a few hours before, he was saying, "I will be unhappy if there is no ceasefire," and yet, not only is there not any ceasefire, but actually Trump is demanding even more territory that he hasn't militarily invaded as part of the deal, and Trump doesn't criticise that. He doesn't criticise the tone of the message. He doesn't threaten sanctions as he did previously. What we have is Donald Trump yet again being an advocate for the Russian position, not just the Russian position in terms of the status quo, but actually demanding even more territory be given as part of this process. So what the Europeans will be hoping is that they can persuade him not to be the advocate for Putin in the room, and that's why they're going there mob-handed. That's why you can imagine that actually European diplomats have got to Marco Rubio, getting him to say what we need is a threat of more sanctions, trying to get back to where Trump was last week, effectively, before the summit took place, where he was threatening, as a consequence of pressure from Congress and in particular the Senate, to actually put pressure on Russia to move in that direction. But what we saw in Alaska is that the Russians managed to reframe the Ukraine problem in the context of, if only we can get this problem out of the way, we can have great deals on direct investment, on strategic arms control, and on a whole variety of other measures. And unfortunately, Trump took the bait and allowed them to reframe the debate. And so what you had is the warm embrace of Russia turned into them becoming emboldened in what their ask was, and it's now their new position, a position that is not just the maximist position of old, but actually a one that actually demands, as I say, even more territory that Ukraine will be forced to cede.